Hello everyone, can you guys hear me in the back? There's my table in the back. A little louder? How's this? Alright. For the older people in the crowd, it's just a speech, I'm not texting, it's fine. So, my name is Michael, I am Jason's younger brother. And growing up, I looked up to Jason and always wanted to be just like him. Anything he did, I had to do as well. He played baseball, so I had to play it. He played hockey, so I couldn't resist. He played video games, so did I. He picked Super Mario, and I got stuck with Luigi. As little kids, our father sat us down and told us, your brother is your best friend, and many years down the road, when friends come and go, you will always have your brother. As Jason released me from a headlock, we looked at each other and realized this was true. We grew up in a house that had no candy and no soda of any kind. All natural fruit roll-up things and soy ice cream were the best we could hope for. So the first time our parents left us home alone for 5 minutes, we absolutely lost our minds. Jason immediately took charge. He stood up on a chair and declared this was our one opportunity to break free from the chains of a proper upbringing. Needless to say, I was sold. So we did what any kids would do in that situation. We ran up and down the stairs, cursing at the top of our lungs. Every horrible word we had encountered on the bus to school was shouted. We had no idea what these words meant, we just knew they were offensive and that no one could stop us. Then, from out of nowhere, Jason came up with his best idea yet. He suggested we raid the cabinets for delicious hidden snacks that were surely on the back of the top shelf. We'd seen it in the cartoons, that's where parents keep these things. Unfortunately, Mom and Dad had no secrets. But what they did have was organic maple syrup from Trader Joe's. From the trees of Vermont, right into our bellies, we chugged directly from the bottle that preservative-free maple syrup like there was no tomorrow. We left just enough in there for tomorrow's breakfast, and our parents were none the wiser. Yeah, I always wanted to be like my big brother. By this point, the year was 1994. The Yankees had the best record in the American League, the Knicks played in the NBA Finals, and the Rangers won the Stanley Cup. It was a good year to be diehard New York sports fans. We were on top of the world. Until August of that year when our sister Katie was born. And she selfishly took my room without asking. However, when Katie arrived, it only made Jason and I closer. I got to move into Jason's room, and from elementary all the way through high school, we would stay up nights talking in those bunk beds. Eventually we grew up, but that hasn't stopped us from remaining as close as ever. We run a business together, we are in a band together, and we play on the same softball team. But soon enough, Jessie would come into the picture, stealing time away from Jason and me. So she had to convince me she was worthy of my approval, and I can remember the exact day when that happened. It was about a year after I met Jessie, when she came running up to me to ask what she should get Jason for his birthday. I could tell she was confident I'd be the best guy to come to for advice on this. That no one knew Jason better than I did. She knew I'd have the perfect gift for him in mind. And I was flattered, but of course, I was clueless what to get him. However, she did have one gift idea she wanted to run by me. She'd heard a rumor that hanging above the bed of New York Yankee Alex Rodriguez is a majestic painting of a horse with A-Rod's head on the body. That's right, above A-Rod's bed is a painting of himself as a centaur. Jessie was determined to get this same ridiculous painting made up with Jason's head on it. And that's exactly what she did. That day I decided Jessie was indeed good enough for my brother. Now, more important than what I think of Jessie and what I think of Jason is how perfect these two are for each other. As soon as Jessie started dating Jason, he became a much happier and more fulfilled person than I'd ever seen him before. She brings out the best in him, and he brings out the best in her. It's tough to find a couple that complements each other better than these two. If you watch them perform on stage, you can see by the way they look and smile at each other that what they have is special. Like I said earlier, I always wanted to be like Jason. And now that he's found happiness with Jessie, I think their relationship is something we can all hope to emulate. Congratulations, I love you both.
How about a round of applause for our best man, Michael?